It's like gray.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Where is it gray?
The ground.
Mm-hmm. The ground is gray. Mm-hmm. And the more you describe it, the more details are apparent. The ground is gray. And above the ground, what are you aware of?
It's just black.
Black. So the ground is gray and everything else is black?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And tell me about the landscape. Are there any features of the landscape that are important?
It's like divots.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Divots. Good. Mm-hmm. What is the feeling of the air?
It's like you're floating.
God, you're like floating. Mm-hmm. In the black, is there anything that's worth mentioning?
Just the stars.
Mm-hmm. Stars. Mm-hmm. Are you noticing any structures or land formations that are interesting?
Just like mounds.
Mm-hmm. Mounds. What are the mounds? What do the mounds appear to be made of?
The same gray material.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How large are they?
Very large.
Okay. Very large. What else?
It's like my hands are white.
Mm-hmm.
I have a suit.
Tell me about the suit.
So it's all white, and it feels heavy, like on my back.
Yeah, that's heavy. Mm-hmm. Is there any part of you that feels like it's not covered by this suit?
Mm-mm. Fully consumed.
With this heavy suit. Well, what about on your head? Does it feel like there's anything there?
It's like a helmet.
Mm-hmm. Like a helmet. Mm-hmm. And what about on your feet? Do you notice anything there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Like a big like boots. But it's like all one.
All one. Mm-hmm. Do you notice any decoration or ornamentation on this suit?
It's like a something right here
Mm-hmm.
on my arm.
What's there? Can you describe it?
It's like a device.
Do you have a feeling for what that device might be for?
It's like it has to do with the suit.
Right.
Like it checks your pressure and everything.
Okay. Let's checks your pressure. Mm-hmm. And how does the suit feel?
Heavy on my back.
Yeah. I wonder why it has to be so heavy and have pressure.
Yeah, the helmet's connected to my back.
Oh.
So,
Okay. Is there a purpose for this special suit?
to breathe.
You wouldn't be able to breathe without it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Is there something wrong with your body, do you feel, that keeps you from breathing?
It's helping.
What else seems interesting or important to mention?
It's almost like we're here for almost like a mission.
God. We are here. Do you notice anyone else around then?
I just see me.
Yeah.
Like I feel me.
Right. You feel me, but it feels like you're on a mission. And are you aware of holding or carrying anything?
I'm aware of a flag.
Can you tell me about the flag and describe it?
It's Russian.
A Russian flag. What do you do with that flag?
It's in the ground.
Okay. Go on. Put it in the ground. Do you notice how you may have gotten to this place?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
It's you're on a device, like a contraption that you're driving.
Okay. Does it feel like you are comfortable operating this thing and know how to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, so you drive it. Did you drive it to this great place?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good.
To here, to this place.
To the flag place.
Yeah.
To the flag place. Good. And where did the car come from? Where did this vehicle come from?
That's like almost behind me.
Okay. Behind you. Good. Are you aware of anything else?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
It's like it's where we're staying.
Tell me about that.
It's almost like a space craft.
Can you describe it? Like how large or what shape?
Smaller.
Okay.
But it's like rotating.
Okay. Rotating. Good. Do you notice anything else that's maybe around this craft?
almost looks like a dome.
Like a dome. Is that the craft where you stay or apart from it?
No, it's apart from it.
Apart from where you're staying. Okay. How large is this dome?
It's massive.
Can you tell me about it? Perhaps the color or materials or shape.
It's like clear.
Okay.
Like honeycombed. It's like a dome.
It's clear, so you can perhaps see through it.
Yeah.
What do you notice inside this honeycomb dome?
Like farm. It's like farming.
Like a farm. What suggests farm?
Like plants. Like food.
Interesting. Very interesting. Do you notice anyone that's inside it, perhaps tending to the plants and food?
There's an older lady like tending to it. Like she's kneeled.
Okay. Is she dressed in any particular fashion?
Just like a farmer. She's got long gray hair. But she's not wearing a suit.
Okay, she doesn't have a suit.
She's got gloves on.
Very nice. Do you notice how one might go in this dome, if that's possible?
It like opens up. Like down here.
It opens up. Is there any type of door that opens, or window, or something like that?
It's almost like a garage door. It's only bigger.
Okay. This garage door, is it also clear? Oh, I see. Okay. Does it feel like you ever go inside the dome? What does it feel like you do inside the dome?
It's like a living quarters. It's like a city.
Okay. Like a city. Would it be possible to go in and explore a bit?
Sure.
Good. So whenever you're ready, we're going to leave this place of the flag to go in the door into the dome and explore. And whenever you're ready, tell me how you go in the dome and describe what you need to do that.
Security.
How does that work?
Through your... It's like you scan it.
Is that the device on your arm? Okay, so you scan that device. And then what happens?
Opens up.
Mm-hmm. Do you go directly inside that way?
Yeah.
Good. So what happens once you get inside?
It's like you go down.
Okay. How do you go down?
You're driving.
Oh. So you take this vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there a road or something?
It's like a... It's like almost like you go down.
Mm-hmm. Go down. How far down?
Like mile. Like it's a lot.
What happens as you go down?
It like opens up.
Mm-hmm. Tell me what you notice there.
Almost looks like a little tiny, like where everyone lives.
Where everyone lives. Can you tell me more about it?
It's like there's things like flying around.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about those things.
They're moving so quick.
Could one of them possibly hit someone or hit something?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It's almost like they know where they're going.
Okay, they know where they're going. Tell me what else you notice there.
It's busy. There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. A lot going on. What type of things are going on?
Like those things are flying.
Yeah.
But there's no roads.
No roads. What's on the ground then?
It almost, well, like the base.
Mm-hmm.
But it like cocoon, like goes up. And that's where people live.
That's where people live. Do you notice any people around?
They're different.
How so?
They got antennas.
Mm-hmm.
And they're blue.
Hmm.
And they got a badge. One's got a badge.
Tell me about the badge.
It's almost like a ranking.
Mm-hmm.
He looks, his eyes.
What about his eyes?
They're like black.
Mm-hmm.
And his nose is like long.
Okay. What else?
He's like my height.
Mm-hmm. And is there a mouth?
Mm-mm.
No mouth. Okay. Are there ears?
Antennas.
Okay. Oh, tell me about the antennas.
Like they fold in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then his mouth, his nose, looks like a horn.
Mm-hmm. Like a horn. What about hair? Is there any of that?
Mm-mm.
No hair. And clothing?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me
Like
about
a suit, like a ranking suit. And it was like black, like some type of leather material.
And are there separate pieces for top and bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then,
He's got a gun
tell me about the gun.
on his right side, but it's like a round belt. It's like gray.
The belt is gray or the gun is gray?
The gun.
Mm-hmm.
The belt's brown.
Mm-hmm. How does this person seem to act toward you, or if he notices you?
He wants information.
How do you feel about giving this being information?
I feel fine. Like I could trust him.
God. How do you give this being information?
He doesn't. It's like through. He doesn't talk. Like it's through. Like we're not talking.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you give him your ideas?
I speak to him like through. We communicate without words, without talking.
So telepathically, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know you're just addressing each other and not others who may be around?
We're having a conversation with each other, like face to face.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's almost like a natural conversation.
What type of information do you have for this being?
He wants updates.
Do these updates feel like they're good and helpful information, or information that's difficult?
It's almost like a work. Like he's interested in the ground.
The ground inside the dome or outside of the dome?
Outside.
Okay. Do you feel like you can describe the nature of the ground outside the dome?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about that.
It's like a powder. Like a gray powder.
Right. Gray powder.
Moon rocks.
I see. Moon rocks. Is there a reason that the ground feels important to talk about?
They're going to build.
What are they going to build?
More of the domes. Expansion. We're expanding.
Things must be going well for them to expand.
But they're working together.
Working together. Are there others like you who work with these beings? Okay. Very good. Tell me anything that seems important.
It's a partnership. Together.
Good. Are there others that appear like this other being you're talking to? Okay. About how many would there be?
$100.
And how many does it feel like there are in your group in this partnership?
About even.
Okay. Now that you are in this dome, does it feel like this would be an appropriate place to remove the heavy suit?
Yes, that's been removed.
Good. And so now, look down and tell me if you notice your feet.
It's like I'm still wearing, but I got my the helmet's off.
Okay. The helmet's off, but the rest of the suit, what about that?
That's on me.
I see. Okay. But the helmet is off. The rest of the suit, tell me, is that the part that's heavy?
Yes, on the back.
On the back, yes, on the back.
But there's like a contraction that when I take the helmet off, I have to make sure it's like connected again to the mechanism, the box, the backpack. So it's not dangling.
Okay. How does it feel to take off that helmet?
Good. My hair it's like, it's covered.
It's covered.
Like I'm wearing like a skin tight. It's on my head.
Like a tight cap or something. Okay, good. What does it feel is the purpose of this tight, form-fitting cap?
Compression.
Okay, good. Is there anything else that's interesting to tell me about this initial underground place and the beings there?
It's home.
Wonderful. Well, let's leave this area. We're going to move to where it is you sleep and eat, if you do those things, where it is you relax and sleep and eat. The portion of this dome where you live. And now we're there. What can you tell me about this area?
There's an eating area, a kitchen.
Okay.
You walk down and it opens up.
Okay. Opens up. What do you notice when and where it opens up?
Just like almost like a sitting area, but it's like and you go down, and then there's like a bedroom off here.
Yes. Good. Do you notice anyone else in these living quarters?
A woman.
What can you tell me about her?
She's got blonde hair.
What can you tell me about how she's dressed?
She's wearing like a compression suit. She's related to the farmer.
How do you tell that she's related to the farmer?
That's her mother.
Okay. Tell me about this compression suit a little bit more. Can you describe it?
It zips.
Okay. Color?
It's like a grayish blue. Like a two-tone.
Okay, good. Does this blonde woman seem young or old?
Young.
Does she seem healthy or unhealthy?
Healthy.
Good. Do you feel connected to her in any way? Tell me about that.
It's my wife.
Yes. How does she react when you come in?
Good.
Good. And look down at yourself and tell me what it feels like you're wearing at this time.
The same suit.
The white suit.
That she's wearing.
Oh, the same shoes she's wearing. And you described it as a compression suit. Tell me what that means in this context.
It's like really tight, but like really light and cool.
Is it comfortable?
Good. It's almost like you're not wearing anything.
Is there any ornamentation or decoration on you that you notice?
It's like a design, like right here.
Yes. In the upper left of the chest. Can you make out what the design is about?
It's like a circle.
Okay.
And then it goes around, sideways. And then it goes around the other side, sideways.
Oh.
So there's a circle, and then it goes here, and then there.
Okay. Okay. Good. I think I understand. Are there any words or letters on this design? Okay. Good. And is there a place where you eat?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Is this a table or something else?
It's a table.
It's a table.
The kitchen. You walk, and then there's a table. And then it's like you go down to like a sitting area. But it's like opens up more.
Sounds large.
Yeah. And it's almost like the sitting. It's like a coliseum, you would sit in.
Yeah.
Odd. Where it goes down two. And then it's flat. But it's built up.
Yeah. So like a coliseum, is there seating around the outside?
Just seating for us.
Okay. What's in the middle area there?
It's like they use there's no TV, but like a hologram.
Okay. What's the purpose of this hologram?
That's what they entertain. Their entertainment.
Good. So let's bring the focus to the table where you eat. On the table, there's a meal all set and ready. A meal all set and ready. You might begin to notice some of the things that are on this table and the people who gather with you to eat. You might be able to see it very clearly even. So tell me about the foods that are there.
Fried chicken.
What else?
Carrots.
Anything else?
And asparagus.
Nice. Who prepares this food?
We both do.
Good. And who sits to eat with you?
Just me and her.
Good. Good. And now let's leave this scene to drift and float, to see what it is that you do for perhaps an occupation, to see how you spend most of your time, to see what you do in the life that we're viewing. And now we're there. Can you tell me about what it is that you do? Describe how you do it, perhaps.
I'm an architect.
Architect, yes.
Looking at blueprints of the dome.
Blueprints of the dome, yes. Good. Good. So how do you feel about this occupation?
Good.
Wonderful. Sounds like a very big project. Is it very difficult to design or build these things? Tell me more about that.
same.
All same. And what about the engineering of it? Is it very difficult to adapt to the environment there?
Sections they build. But it's almost like it's quick, extremely quick.
Really? How can it be so quick?
Everything's laid out ahead of time, and then they start building all the material. The hardest part is the middle.
Tell me why.
It's the most dangerous.
What makes it dangerous?
You're connecting it to the other side. So it's the left and the right, the four sides connecting into one.
Of course. So building the dome in sections?
Face.
Right. Are there certain precautions to take because of the atmosphere or environment? Tell me about that.
You have to wear your suit.
God. What about these blue beings with antennas? How do they adapt? What precautions do they need to take?
None.
No precautions? They don't need help to breathe or anything?
It doesn't. Yeah.
I see. Does it feel like your group, your people, are native to this place?
Yes.
Okay, so that you originate from here. Okay. Born there.
Yes. Me, that's what she said at the table. She was talking about that. She grew up there when we were eating.
Yeah.
Went to school. Everything.
Okay. I see. And do you do that in a dome or do you do that in the place with gray dirt?
In the dome
In the dome.
is for food. To grow food in. Live in. Down below. But it's huge.
It's huge. And can you describe the bodies that you and this woman have?
Normal.
Tell me more about that.
We're same. We're same.
You're the same as each other?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Would you be considered human or humanoid?
I'm not sure.
Okay. What color is your skin?
White.
Okay. And how many arms and legs do you have?
4.
Okay.
2 arms, 2 legs.
2 arms, 2 legs. And what about your faces? Can you tell me about those?
She's got blue eyes.
What about her nose?
And a good smile.
A good smile. Blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A good smile. And what about ears? Does she have those?
It's hard to see.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. And the blue ones, does it feel like they come from this place?
No.
They're not from there.
Far. They're from a different area. But they're helping us. It's like a team.
Yes.
They build domes. More domes.
Mm-hmm.
More people, more domes.
Mm-hmm.
More food, water.
Why do they help you?
It's like an agreement. Like a team.
Yes. How does this project benefit them?
They get to live here too. They grow.
What do they grow?
They grow their people. They get to live there.
Why don't they live where they originate?
Their planet.
Mm-hmm.
They had to leave.
Oh. Do they explain why they had to leave?
It was dying.
What do you call these blue people?
It's A.
Can you tell me that again, please?
Ave. Ave. Like blue. Avians?
Yeah.
Like AV.
Mm-hmm. Blue avians?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Okay. So the blue ones, the blue avians, they want to grow this place, this settlement for them. What does your group want from this partnership?
To grow. The exact same.
And why don't your people live? Well, you do originate from there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you originate from there. Good.
But
Mm-hmm.
something. They're together with us.
Who's together with you?
Like it's not separate. There's the races are coming together, living with each other.
Why do they do that?
So they can have kids. But that's their choice.
Whose choice is that?
If they want to or not.
What would be the purpose of producing offspring between these races?
It's just another form of species.
Yes. Now, when procreating between the species, are the bodies compatible in that way?
Yes.
Okay. Do there need to be any extra interventions to be able to reproduce between these species? Any extra considerations?
They're like a higher. The kids are. It's almost like they're coming together to do this.
So the children that are produced, who do they resemble more?
It's almost like theirs. It's a good mixture.
Okay, good mixture. What color skin do the children have then?
Like a lighter blue.
What about their eyes?
They're bigger. But they look like ours.
Are there any antennae or special things about their faces?
It's like small like antennas, but they're the nose. It's like a smaller, like their nose.
Okay. And what about the texture of their skin?
It's like smooth.
It's smooth. What about the blue beings? What is the texture of their skin?
It's like scaly, like they're
Scaly. Scaly skin, I see. And is there a purpose for creating these children, these hybrid children?
Evolution. They're more open, their mind.
Is there something that you call these hybrid children?
I don't hear.
Okay. Is there something that you call this place, this land where you live? Terrific. And is there anything else that is important or interesting to mention?
We're evolving as humans, and as we're coming together to make a special being.
To make a special being. Good. Good. Are you connected to any of these children?
We don't. It's our choice.
It's your choice.
She doesn't, and I don't either.
I don't wish to create these children.
We're together.
Of course.
Me and her.
Of course. Now, do the blue avians, do they reproduce within their species?
Yes.
Okay, and do the humans reproduce within your species? Okay, but then you can also reproduce between the species.
Yes. So there's no takeover of one race eventually.
Good. Do the blue ones have any others in other places besides this place? Or any of them anywhere else?
Saturn.
And Saturn too. Okay. Any place else? And your people, are there any other places where your people are?
Mars.
Mars. Any other places?
It's like it's out there in space. There's more colonies out, but they're not on a planet. It's like another city, but it's like in space. It looks like a wheel.
Like a wheel.
Yeah.
Vertical wheel, horizontal wheel.
It's like it goes whatever. It's like this.
So slanted.
Yeah.
In a way. Okay. Do you ever have communication with those on Mars or on this independent place?
Yes.
How do you communicate?
It's like there's like a meeting.
Tell me about that.
It's like almost like a round table meeting.
Table meeting. What occurs at these meetings?
It's almost like a government or like a important meeting. Like a negotiations between different places to help each other in what they need.
Is there something that you call this group or these meetings?
Yes.
What do you call it?
It's Galactic. It's like Federation.
Who gets to be in these meetings?
We were one of the last ones.
One of the last ones. See, and are the others accepting of ones like you?
Most, yes.
What about the ones who are not accepting?
We stay and we don't talk to them.
Why would some beings be more accepted than others?
They want to control us.
What do you call those who want to control?
They want to take over everything.
Why would they do that?
They take over planets.
How?
They manipulate.
Do these beings have a certain quality or... Okay, tell me about that.
Their eyes.
What about them?
It's like a reptilian.
Let's see. Do you get along with these beings very well?
Mm-mm.
No.
Not some, yes.
Where do they originate?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. But they're not accepted.
Towards us. Not all of them.
I see. Do you feel connected to these beings at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I see. But your people are accepted by the Galactic Federation?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good. And your purpose is to come together and help each other?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Do you get to attend those meetings?
Yes.
What is your role in these meetings?
To negotiate.
Okay.
It's massive. But there's all different, like,
How are they different?
like one looks like it's like a dog.
Mm-hmm. What about some of the others?
There's like one like elephant, like a long.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen like. And then there's our partnership race.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the smaller, oh, like little grays, like little gray alien.
Mm-hmm. About how many different species or races do you notice?
Do I notice?
Yeah.
I know it's maybe but there's like so many.
So many different races.
Yeah.
So many different races. Good. Wonderful. What about the place where these meetings are held? What can you tell me about that?
It's like a neutral.
Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like a port, but it's like a neutral area.
Mm-hmm.
But it's looking. It's all glass. There's our table.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's something in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's but it's all glass, and you can see it, like all around it.
Mm-hmm. The table is all glass?
The 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 view.
The view is all
You can
glass.
see it.
Mm-hmm. What do you notice in the view?
We're in space.
Mm-hmm. But it's neutral.
Yeah.
Good. Who seems to lead these meetings?
council or like here's our agenda, and then we can negotiate and help what we need.
And what does your group need?
Protection.
Needs protection. How would that, what would that look like, this protection?
It's like a communication of we can help you with this if you do this.
And what type of protection do your people ask for?
That we're safe. And we want to be left alone. With no conflict.
How can the others assure that?
Like the technology. It's almost like they can't get in. It's like a field, like a blanket.
How do they provide this?
We haven't, the technology, they're showing us. It's like another method to use against them for protection.
Are any weapons necessary for this protection?
Secondary.
Secondary, of course.
First is like this field, and then second is weapon.
Good. First is the field. Good. What do the other species or races ask for?
Beer.
Beer?
Yeah.
Okay, they want beer.
We brew. That's what we brew, good beer. It's another, we trade. But it's a high demand.
Of course. High demand. What do you use to make your beer?
That's what we field. The oats, the hops.
Well, that's what you farm in the dome. Okay.
One of them, a lot of things, fields.
See, and how do you get water and light for these crops?
from it's like from like a pool. But it's lined in the fields. And it's already there. But it's connected to like a source. But it's like inside.
Yes. Some sort of irrigation system or something. Okay, good. So your group makes good beer that others want to have. What are some of the other groups wanting in this meeting?
Some of them want us.
How so?
They don't think that we should be there, and they want to use us.
Well, what do you feel about that?
We no,
Yeah. What do the others feel about that?
they don't agree.
Is wanting to have another race or species something that the Galactic Federation tolerates?
It's all fair. Work together.
Okay. So what happens when one group wants to subsume another group? How does the Federation react?
They're gone.
Okay. Do you feel safe and protected against this other race?
Not 100%. It's ongoing. We're always aware.
What do you call those that want to subsume you?
They're part of the reptilian group.
Where does that group originate?
It's like far.
So they're far.
Far away, yeah.
Okay, good. Good. Okay. Is there anything else that is important or interesting to mention about the Federation or any of the beings gathered for this meeting?
This is 100% happening.
Tell me more about that.
We're in contact negotiate with them on a daily basis, with everyone.
How?
It's almost like a schedule. But like he's carrying it like right here again. But it's like a part of me.
In the arm with device?
Yeah. That I always can access. Like I'm seeing it. But it goes deeper.
Is this device Where does this device originate, or this thing originate?
It's almost like that's a way that we communicate.
And how do you get this communication device?
It goes into your skin. But it's still like a contraption you put on. But it connects.
Can you feel it on your skin?
Yeah, it's like here,
Yeah,
here, here, and it connects.
on the forearm. It connects with the physical body? Okay. What powers it?
It's like a fixture, but it powers itself. But the pulse and everything is that's how it connects to you.
So it works with the physical body?
In a way.
In a way. Tell me more about that.
It goes deep. But it's personalized to you.
Who creates these devices?
It's just another resource. They helped us.
Is this the blue avians or another species?
Yes.
Okay. Do they have this device?
Yes. They only have three fingers.
Okay.
But they're like longer. There's no cell phones.
So, do you operate this device with buttons, switches? How does it work? Buttons.
Like faced. It's like a digital face.
Okay. Does it cause any physical sensations or discomfort?
Discomfort. When connecting.
What does it feel like?
Like something going in your arm. Almost like getting a shot. At the same time. Like the contraption is, like you pull it, and then you push down, and it secures.
Is the pain or discomfort constant?
Mm-mm.
No. Just when you put it on? What about when you use the device? Is there any physical pain or discomfort?
Mm-mm.
And do you have full movement and flexibility of the arm?
It's a bigger display.
A bigger display. What color is the display?
Blue, like a tealish. And it's got everything from my vitals to I can help whoever with my fingers. Like there's different things. It's like a med kit. But also can be helpful when using farming.
How so?
Your strength.
So do you have just that strength in that one arm where the device is?
Correct.
Okay. Do you need this device in order to communicate with the other races? Trying to determine what the main purpose of it is.
Sure. It's the device.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a multi-device.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it acts as almost like you can type on it
Mm-hmm.
and use it to communicate with one another and
Yes.
other beings.
Mm-hmm. Do these other beings that you communicate with, or even those of your group, do they need to be in the same location or planet, or can you communicate in other places and other planets?
It's like a universal technology. Most other races, I think they don't. It's almost like for us to communicate, they use this through this device to communicate with us, or telepathically.
Does anyone ever have these removed?
Yes.
Why would one want to have it removed?
Well, it's almost like a contraption that you take off.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can take it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When would one take it off or put it on?
When communicating, it's almost like updates, like you can check periodically.
Okay. How do you take it off?
It goes like there's some type of like vice, like it goes around here, and then it pulls up from here, and it goes. You take it. There's 3 little dots. But it's like there's no blood, or it hasn't been. It's like in our skin.
Yes. Well, you just remove it by pressing the dots.
Like loosening the vice.
Loosening the vice.
The vice. And then making sure everything's. You pull up and then out.
Oh my goodness. Is there any mark or defect in the arm after you take it off?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
It's just like. It's like it's in our arm. But there's just our skin, but there's just like a little indentation up that it sits.
Okay. Is this indentation that it sits on, is that natural, or does that need to be applied to this body?
It's almost like it needs to be applied. To where it pushes your skin down, but it goes. That's what the device holds on to.
Right.
It's almost like a way to really secure it.
So it clicks into that.
Yeah.
It clicks into it.
But that's your personal. You can check everything.
Does everyone get one?
They don't get one. The hybrid, they don't need one.
Okay. So the children don't need one. But the blue avians do need them. Okay. Does anyone special, like, fit the device for you, or apply it, or install it, or whatever?
It's almost like a contraption that is, this is universal, but these specific holes are personal.
Okay. And who might you go to, or what might you do to get these holes for it to lock into?
It's almost like a fitting. But it's as needed.
As needed. I see. Is there anything else that's interesting or important to mention about this device or living with these blue avians?
The goal is to achieve a higher state of conscious and live peacefully and love one another. Evolve, grow.
What happens when we evolve and grow and do all of those things?
We can achieve anything. We become better. We can share information with our loved ones.
Very well. I would like to leave this scene. We're going to drift and float to the last day of the life that we're viewing. We're moving to the last day. And now we're there. What is happening? What do you notice?
I mean, it's almost like it's like a hospital. Looks like a hospital.
Like a hospital. So do you notice anyone with you? And do you notice anything particular about your body?
The nurse, she's one of them.
One of who?
The blue avians.
Okay. Good. How does it feel to be at the last day in this state?
Helpless.
Helpless. Well, what's wrong with your body that you're helpless?
It's like I'm dying.
Yes. How do you feel about dying, about doing that?
I'm ready.
Yeah. Now, whatever has happened has already happened, and now you're on the other side of it. From this perspective, you can easily look at that entire life. Every life has lessons and a purpose. What were the lessons you learned?
Work hard.
What does it feel like the purpose was of that life?
To evolve.
Oh, tell me more about that.
To be a part of something great.
Yeah.
To create a new race.
Yeah. Yes. How do you feel that you did with that purpose? Did you do what you set out to do?
Yes. But I chose not to have a hybrid child.
Yes.
But I was a part of it.
Of course. Helped in some very real ways. And how does it feel to be where you are now? On the other side of that life?
Just reviewing.
Yeah. Do you notice anyone with you there?
Just me.
Yeah.
In this next portion of the session, I asked to communicate with the client's higher self, and that is quite interesting as well. So I wanted to include portions of it. I did remove portions that were of a personal nature.
You chose to bring forward the life of a human being living alongside and in cooperation with blue avian beings. Why did you choose that lifetime to show Travis today?
To show him he can do anything he puts his mind to.
Yes. Yes. Good. In that lifetime, it was fascinating. Does that lifetime occur in a future time to Travis's present? Does it exist alongside Travis's current timeline? Or is it in Travis's past?
Future.
In the future. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. This future seemed very interesting for us now. Is there anything of this future timeline that is important for humans to know now?
Know the truth.
Tell me more about that.
Suppressing technology can only go on for so long.
What technology is being suppressed?
It would change the world.
Tell me more about this technology that would change the world.
Time.
Time.
Teleport. It's suppressed.
Who suppresses it?
Government.
How do they suppress it?
It's secret. Only for so long, though.
How so?
Eventually, we will. It'll be known to the public.
Mm-hmm. How will it make itself known? How will it be known?
Through time, here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else important about that?
It'll be public knowledge.
What is the time frame for that?
$5 years.
Okay. What is being done to make this information public knowledge?
Interviews.
Tell me more about those.
Whistleblowers.
What industries are these whistleblowers in?
CERN.
Okay. How is CERN involved?
They're going to come public.
Are there any of those outside of our planet to help in revealing this technology?
Yes.
Tell me about those.
It's like a partnership.
Who are humans in partnership with?
The Grays.
Grays. And how are they helping?
They're showing us technology.
Can you tell me more about this technology?
It's to make it more efficient. Like smaller.
Make what smaller?
It's like a device. But it's too big.
What does this device do?
Point A to point B. like 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
It's like through layers.
Can you describe the layers?
Yeah, it's like color. It's like a lot of color.
What color?
Like all the colors. And then it's like, boom, you're there.
Can you describe this device? The device is too big and we need to be shown how to make it more efficient and smaller. How large is the device?
Very big.
As big as a building? As big as a car?
Big as a car.
Big as a car. How small does it need to be?
Like compact.
It needs to be compact. I see you're indicating Travis's arm. Is it something to be placed there?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's how we travel.
Mm-hmm. What powers this technology?
It's like the coordinates. It's here.
On the forearm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Describe how it works. What you do with it.
It's like a, it's like distance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Distance. Mm-hmm. Is there anything special with how it does this, how it works?
It's like we're here,
Mm-hmm.
and we go here.
Yes.
And it's like it cuts through space.
It's through space. Mm-hmm.
Distance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your part of you where it's I go here, I'm going to go here, I go here. It's not I'm going to go travel here. It's I'm go here, I'm going to go here. So there's
Just
no,
like that.
it's here, then I'm here. It's no travel.
Nothing between.
Nothing between.
God. Does vibrational rate have anything to do with this process?
Energy.
Energy. Okay. Are there certain minerals or materials that are important for this process?
I'm not sure.
Is graphene important to this process?
Liquid.
Liquid, okay. Is boron important to this process?
It's like it's like natural.
Natural. Where do we find this substance?
I'm not sure.
Is beryllium part of this process with the device?
No.
Okay.
It's too toxic.
Too toxic. Are there other planets or other races that have this technology?
Yes.
Tell me about those.
It's a means of it's everyone. Some are better at it, others aren't. But they all use that technology.
But not humans?
Not yet.
Not yet. There is an experiment being conducted to raise the vibration of electrons and therefore the vibration of physical objects. Would that experiment be helpful in this device?
Plutonium?
Plutonium. Is there anything else?
It's cutting.
What is cutting?
Your atom.
Okay. Cutting atoms. Good.
Down.
Tell me more about that.
It's like a thread, like a quantum. Small.
Okay. Does the Hadron Collider have any role in this?
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
It uses it to suppress.
What does it suppress?
Control.
What is the benefit of suppressing?
So it's like a safety.
Safety. Is there anything else that needs to be shared about the experiment or about the device?
This will happen.
Are there any governments that are or need to be involved in this or in disclosure of the technology?
China, Russia, us.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. There are certain human rights violations in some of these countries mentioned. Is that part of disclosure? Is it hindering disclosure?
Control.
Control. Tell me more about that.
Their mind.
What happens when the mind is controlled?
They can manipulate.
How does that affect disclosure or the technology?
Sets it back.
Of course. Would attempting to stop these human rights violations advance the technology, or would it make a difference?
It would.
It would make a difference. How can we stop these human rights violations in order to advance the technology?
Come together. Greed. Let it go.